Good morning, Soul Embodiment Tribe. Brigette, Patton here with Soul Massages. Just here to give a little message about what feeling introverted could really actually mean. So the first thing I want to explain is that when we have labels, any labels, all we're doing is we're taking something energetic and we're bringing it into the physical in the form of words. So any label that we have in our minds or in our programming, that's one of the first things that I start to break down with people, because labels are really just there to describe something energetic that's already happening. And so when I think of somebody coming to me saying that they feel introverted, the first thing that I know is that something else is actually going on, because we are hardwired to be together. We are hardwired to be in a community. Our heart's desire is truly to be with other human beings, and even touch and physical attention and connecting emotionally. All of those things are within us, and we're meant to be with other people. Now, when we feel the urge to pull away and to go inward, it's because something is out of alignment, and that's our spirit, our soul, looking to communicate something from a higher level to us. So it doesn't necessarily mean that we're introverted. It doesn't necessarily mean that we don't like people. I hear people say that a lot. It doesn't mean that we don't want to be around certain beings. It means that our soul is communicating something or upgrading us or taking us to the next level of awareness or consciousness to give us information, because we are actually here to expand consciousness. We're here to move beyond what has already been created in the physical world so that we can bring spirit here at a higher vibration. And the only way to do that is to tap into the emotions, because the emotions are what make up our entire reality. It's an energetic vibration that we feel inside of our bodies. And if we don't understand what each and every single one of those threads means, we react, we respond, we think it means one thing, and so we do another thing. And so what I do with you guys is I help identify what the thread is that's presenting itself and what the root of it is. What's the actual message, so that as evolution occurs within your body, it happens for each and every single one of us. As that happens, you have a foundation to stand on and to build what it is that your soul is communicating to you. Every single thing we feel is the soul moving through us. It's the energy that we are participating in this world. So when you say you're introverted, or when you think that you're introverted, or you see someone being introverted, the first message is that the soul is communicating something through that spiritual awakening. And it's actually evidence that this person is evolved, because when we feel those emotions and we want to hide and go into seclusion or solitude, that is an indication that the spirit is trying to let go of something within the body, that there are belief systems or experiences that were unprocessed. And so now the spirit is pulling this person into seclusion so that inner processing and inner work can be done. Unfortunately, most people don't have the programming or the framework, template, whatever you want to call it, in order to digest and process this information. So what happens is they end up pulling away, we end up pulling away, and just starting to think that that's just part of who we are. And something may unconsciously happen to create a breakthrough, but we don't need to wait until those things happen for those breakthroughs to happen. We can actually tap into the emotions now and start to perceive them from a higher perspective, so that when those emotions come up and those promptings come up, we can be guided rather than overwhelmed by them and, pulling in on ourselves and judging. That is something that I notice all the time. I hear people, really judging and beating themselves up because they don't want to be around other people. But the truth is, we can only connect with the soul first and then bring the truth of who we are to others. Otherwise, we're just hiding behind a mask. And that's what creates that pattern of pulling in and being an introvert, because when we feel that we have to hide behind masks, that's exhausting. It's exhausting when we have to be one way in this group and this way in another group, and we can't just be ourselves in every situation. And when that's going on, it's really diminishing the energy of the soul, and the soul can't fill your body up to the highest capacity when we're having to shrink down or wear a mask or live in duality. Because when that's going on, it is exhausting, and you do need to be alone, and you do need to recharge your batteries, because when you're spending energy doing those things, acting, then you're not allowing your full expression of source to move through your body. You don't have those programs or patterns already set up within the mind, so that when that information is offered, you can just allow it to flow through effortlessly. Look at children. They have no problem expressing their emotions, and they have endless energy. Those little kids can run circles around us when we are not embodying our soul. I have no problem burning my kids out and keeping up with them, and then going even beyond after they're sleeping, because I've embodied my spirit, I've embodied my soul. And when you can do that, you're working at a quantum level, meaning you're working in multiple dimensions at the same time, because you've embodied all of your emotions. There's no resistance inside of you, so your spirit can do work beyond what your human body can do. Your spirit is pulling experiences and people and things to you and attracting them to you above what your imagination can come up with, because even our biggest dreams and imaginations are only from what we've experienced in the past, or what we're seeing other people experiencing. And when we tap into our emotions and our sensations and our feelings, then we're creating from a sensation. Then we're creating from spirit, from our soul, from our body. But if we don't know how to navigate through those emotions, we create resistance, we judge ourselves, we call ourselves introverts, and so on and so forth. So this message, again, is just to explain that those promptings are really coming from the spirit. When spirit is pulling you inward, or, repelling people in your surroundings away, it's because there's a deeper message there. There's always a deeper message, because that is what allows us to see all the way down that thread and tap into what it is that spirit is actually trying to communicate. What is your unique language that spirit is guiding you through in this mission here, in this life reality, in the physical body? So if you guys have any questions about this, or you're ready to tap into that information so you can have that programming transformation, that template reset inside of you, so that you can live your fullest expression, reach out. Otherwise, enjoy this video, and I will see you in the next one. I love you. Have a beautiful weekend.